Mukama Yebaziwe, my dear friends in Uganda. This is Pastor Brad Abley with a Heart After God Bible Teaching Ministry. And the purpose of this video broadcast is for you. It is to encourage you, it's to strengthen you in your faith, and it's to help you to understand how to know God and how to walk with Him. Now, in the previous broadcast, which I called Part 1, I introduced the subject of walking by faith. That is to trust God. And I said that the best relationships there are come about when you can trust someone. When someone has proved himself or herself trustworthy to me or faithful to me, then I want to know that person. And how much more with God? Now, the challenge though is when we are trying to make decisions, when we're navigating through this life, how do we know that this is going to work out? Or am I making the right decision here? Or if I do this, what will happen? And it comes down to trusting God. Now, I know what I'm talking about because I can tell you that for many, many years, decades, I was trusting God for Him to expand my ministry, and it wasn't happening. It was not happening. And I just could not understand why, but I chose to continue to walk in faith. And eventually, God expanded the ministry dramatically. Just the radio broadcast in Uganda, in Kamuli on KBS FM alone on Friday nights and Saturday nights is reaching millions of people. I could never have imagined that. But how did I get to, what did I have to do? I had to do my part. And my part was to trust His promises. Now, one of the passages that I have used, God knows, seems like thousands of times, comes from Hebrews 10, verse 35. And I want to quote it to you, although I know it by heart. Therefore, do not throw away your confidence, which has a great reward. For you have need of endurance, so that when you have done the will of God, you may receive what was promised. For yet in a very little while, He who is coming will come and will not delay. But my righteous one shall live by faith. And if he shrinks back, my soul will have no pleasure in him. But we are not of those who shrink back to destruction, but we are of those who have faith to the preserving of the soul. That's verse 39. Now, Hebrews 11:1. Now, faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So what I'd like to say to God is, I am assured that if I trust you in faith, you will accomplish what concerns me. I'm assured that you're going to do it in your time and in your way. So without faith, it's impossible to... and then that brings me to verse 6 of Hebrews 11. Without faith, that is, trust in Him, it's impossible to please God, for he who comes to God must believe that He is. That is, He is who He says He is, and He will do what He says He will do. And that He is a rewarder of those literally who exhaust their resources in seeking Him. That's Hebrews 11:6. My friends, I've had to walk this way for decades, for 46 years. Trusting God when it didn't make sense, when it didn't seem like He was going to come through. And how was I able to do this? Just in His Word. You saw that I quoted it all by heart. I quoted it by heart because when I'm out and about, I quote it by heart. And that always renews my mind. It builds my faith. It draws me closer to Him. And it enables me to please Him and honor Him by standing in faith. It requires courage. It requires perseverance. It requires an attitude that won't give up. God bless you.